Good morning, my friends. This is Yogesh Bhausar from YTAschool, and I'm going to present you the new update of YTAsystem of 2025. Before we start anything, I want to make very clear that whatever we discuss or whatever stock we discuss are not any buy-sell recommendations. Uh, Whatever stocks or setup we are going to discuss is only for the illustration purpose, and the current success does not guarantee any future success. You have to take guidance of your financial advisors whenever you take any trade. This system is only for your secondary help only. So think wisely and trade. I'm not a SEBI registered analyst. So, whatever I say or discuss are not tips, advice, or calls. They are just mainly how the market trend runs with the help of my YT system, which you can take help of. So, this was a small disclaimer. And let us understand what is the new update. For that, before we need to understand what is the trend. I have been explaining this a lot of time, but I want to do it this again and again and again and again so that whenever you trade, you always end up taking the right decision, and it can help you to take a better trade. So what happens is that when a stock is in an uptrend, what happens is on the higher time frame like monthly or 3 monthly, that is quarterly. So our main aim is to understand the concept what is going on a very highest time frame. Okay, that's where the big rally comes. Unfortunately, what happens, traders across the world are stuck on the daily time frame or on 1 hour time frame, 15 minutes. I have no idea what they do. But everybody has their own way of trading, so I have nothing to judge about it. What I do, I'm going to discuss. So my main analysis time frame is monthly and 3 monthly. Okay. So what is a trend? Trend is basically it has one starting point. Okay. Then it has one rally. It has a swing high. It comes down, makes a swing low, reverses, and mind you, it breaks the previous swing high. Okay. It breaks the swing high, makes a new swing high, comes down, maybe take a support of the previous swing high over here, goes back up. Okay. And it again try to break the latest swing high and makes a new swing high. Okay. And comes down, take a support over here. Maybe sometime the market may not exactly go zigzag as we want, but sometime it may go like this. Okay, because due to price action, it's on a very higher time frame. There are times when quarterly results are not as per expected, the market is not as expected, but sideways does not mean the market has given up on it. You can just see the sideways is still near our previous resistance, trying to take support, and it may little bit fumble over here and then again give a breakout of our previous swing high. Okay, then again come down over here, and over here it can do couple of a couple of swings, making you think, oh, the trend is over. It will may take a support over here and lie over here and again make a new high, and such kind of market can be prevailed over here, and then again a new high can be done. So if we see this is our the previous low, then we have a higher low. Okay, this is a higher low. Why? Because this current low is higher than the previous low. This again is a higher low because this low is higher than this previous low. Again, this is a higher low. Why? Because this low is higher than this previous low. This is a higher low. Why? Because this low was made higher than this previous low. Okay. And again, the stock went above this, and this low is also a higher low because it was higher than the previous low. And when you connect this non-stop higher lows continuously, here is where our trend line is drawn. Okay. This I see And this is known as a fantastic stock with a fantastic rally with respect to your trend lines. Now, unfortunately, people keep drawing this in a very lower time frame. They must be earning. I have nothing to say about that. But what happens if you have a sharp eye and you do this thoroughly on your say week to week basis whenever you're free on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you will find stocks which have come near to this areas, you know, and we can expect such kind of rallies to be coming in future. So there is no confirmation, but what are we trying to do is, if we are seeing this as a say monthly or a 3 month time frame, so we are trying to time our entry somewhere here. So we get this kind of balance rally for our trade. And this kind of trade, we are going to time on the lower time frame, that is weekly or daily time. So what happens? We get an early entry with a minimum stop loss and a maximum gain left in our trend. So what happens again? Whenever the stock is like this, going in a trending position, okay. So what happens on the lower time frame? What you see this pattern, okay, this areas, this areas. Even though the stock is on an uptrend, okay, on a higher time frame, say monthly or daily, what we see is on the lower time frame of this areas, maybe on daily or weekly, we will see something like this. So what happens is that lot of traders, lot of books, lot of gurus in the market will say, "Oh, the stock is in the downtrend." But technically, if you see on the much higher time frame, this is just nothing but a pullback. It's just the reversal, that opposite of this. But on the lower time frame, it is just pulling back towards the main trend lines. So what happens? As soon as the trend line, it reaches near the trend line, there are chances, there are a good number of buyers who find that yes, the stock has come to the support area. Let us give the support to the stock. What happens? When you connect all these higher points, you know, this may give you a little bit over here, breakout, retest of this trend line, and the trend may change back to the higher side, which is this kind of areas. This trend will be assumed. Okay. 1 minute, guys. I just need to open up. Just give me 2 minutes. Yeah, sorry for that. Someone on the door. Yeah. So what are we trying to do? We are trying to time this areas after this breakout. Okay. Somewhere near here, this high, maybe this pullback, or maybe a breakout about this swing high somewhere here. Now it depends upon you, what kind of a trader you are. You may try any of this kind of trades, and you can figure it out that how it can be done. Okay, so we are trying to find such kind of trades. So what happens? The major trend is up, that is monthly or 3 monthly. Okay, this is the trend line. And when on the lower time frame, when people say it's a downtrend, but technically it's coming back to this areas and breaking our trend line, this may give us a nice uh, head and shoulder reversal pattern, or maybe double bottom, or maybe triple bottom, whatever may be, cup and uh, cup pattern breakout. The swing high over here is taken out, retest, and there is a rally back into the same direction of the higher time frame. Okay, so we have our this entire system. I will I don't need to explain you the entire strategy because that has already been done. So what I'm trying to do is, what I've done is I have taken some 6 to 12 EMAs, uh, uh, ranging from 3, 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, and 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 60. So let us first understand what is that. Okay, so I will remove the lower ones first of all. Okay, to make you understand that this is a short term trend that you're seeing. Okay, these are the short term trends which, when the stock is going back, it's on a longer term, it's into a say swing rally. See over here, the time frame is 3 months. Okay, it will take a little time to load. Uh, let's Yeah, 3 months. Now can you see, whenever the stock is coming near to this trend, it's just taking the support and going back up. Okay, so even if I do this on monthly, see, every time it comes back near the EMAs, it is going up, coming back, going up, coming back. So what I was telling you guys was this, like, say, yeah, this over here. uh, the stock will go up, will come down, will go up, come down, go up, go a little bit of sideways or a down, come, goes up, come down, and then it does it again, the same thing. Oh, sorry for that. Goes up, goes sideways, then again goes up, comes down, and this might again go up. Okay, so this is how the trend works. Now, whenever I go on the lower time frame, what will happen is that when such kind of areas, this is a panic area. On the lower time frame, it will show you the selling areas. This will show you, oh, the trend is down. This will show you, oh, the trend is down. It will show you that stock is going down, and you just plot random trend lines and all. My God, it's downtrend, but it's not. So if I'm going to see, this is on the, say, weekly time frame. Okay, can you see sideways momentum? The market is going down. You see, this is what I was telling you. It's going down. Then again from here, the stock is going down. So the pullbacks are generally, see again over here, the pullbacks generally are quoted into the terms like it's a downtrend, that the rally is over. But if you see a small recovery of around 251 rupees, currently the stock is near around 835. So if we would have timed it over here, because it's in the direction of the main time frame, how much returns is right now calculating is 235. Okay, now to help this, our main motto that yes, how to not to panic such kind of downfalls, we have taken the help of the long term trends. Okay, that is 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 60. So I'm going to remove this short term now. So you understand? Yes. So unless and until we are not broken our last 60 EMA trend on the weekly time frame, there are higher probabilities that stock will take a support over here and go back up to its older direction of the higher time frame. So what are we supposed to do is we're supposed to time our trade somewhere here. Okay, we are supposed to time our trade somewhere here, and we are supposed to time our trade somewhere here. Okay, how exactly we are going to take the support, I'm going to tell you. But this is how the system is made. So what happens, it's very easy for us to take the trade when it's retracing back or a pullback towards the main long-term trend, that is monthly, weekly. And when it is taking a support on the trend line of the higher time frame, on the lower time frame, we are going and taking a trade at the bounce of those trends. So I'm just going to delete this arrows and I'm going to make it very clear again. Okay. So let me again do this and double click and I'm doing this. Okay. On my new trend, see, this is how it will look. Okay. So fantastically, see, every time the stock came back to the reds, it went up above. It came back down to take the support up. Again, it came down to take the support, take it up. So what happens? You keep on doing this on the continuous basis. Okay. Now, what are we looking for, first of all? The first thing that we are looking for, I'm not going to explain you the entire YTA system because that you know how to find the stock and how to analyze it. All I'm trying to say is now assuming strategy number one, whenever on monthly time frame, whenever you see when all the black EMAs are above all the red EMAs, we can say that the trend is on the higher end. So it's going on swing, it's trending, it's going upwards. Now what we have to do, we have to time it when it comes back, when it is trying to retrace. Now let us take one example is somewhere after this breakout, this areas. Okay. And I'm going to put a vertical line so that we know where we are in July 2022. Okay. Yeah, not here. This is the second strategy. Let's do it on the first. Yeah, see. So what happens? First of all, we want on the lower time frame a downtrend. Okay, the stock is coming down. So if we see over here, the stock is coming down at a faster pace. So how much percent did it came down from the top? Okay, so 267 was the high and it made a low of around 205 and it was the downfall was around 23 to 24%. Okay, what happened? As soon as it came down, see on the monthly time frame, the trend is still up. Why am I saying that? Because I know the black EMAs are above red EMAs. Okay. And there is a gap in between. And the stock is just trending strong. So this is why I know the trend is strong on the upward direction. And over here, I have nothing to do with shorting. All I have to do have patience. So I shift to on the daily time frame and yeah, let us see where the trade went. Yeah, here it is. So what I'm trying to wait and see is the stock giving me a breakout above all the EMAs. Okay, so I'll just remove this trend lines, and if you see, we have a fantastic sideways over here. This was the resistance in this area. Okay, and if we draw a trend line from here to here, okay, so we have a breakout of a trend line, okay, breakout of a resistance, and we have a retest over here and the stock went up. Okay, now don't worry, wait. What happens is that somewhere down here, this areas or this areas, can you see all the black is above each other and all the reds are above each other, and we have a fantastic small gap out here. Okay, now this tells us that this is a good trend. What we do, we identify the recent resistance over here, which was somewhere down here. We have a breakout, gap, and a stock went above the breakout candle bar. So you could have placed your trade somewhere above here at around 244, and your stop loss could have been around 220. Okay, and you would have just left the trade and went on the higher time frame of the weekly and let the stock do what it does. Now if you see, none of the candle closed below the red last EMA, that is EMA 60. It's pulling back and it's going back up. It's pulling back and it's going back up. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to take the benefit of the stock retracing back in the trend. But remember, my friends, sorry for that. Earlier, the earliest you are near the initial trade, the profitable you get, the max. Okay. Now, if you are getting awake at a given point of time over here, can you see the rally? You are going too far from there. So I'm not saying it may not go from here also, but I'm trying to say you need to time the stocks near the initial breakouts, near the initial, we can say the separation of the gaps, near the initial separation of the gaps. Earlier, and see on 3 months over here, the earlier the better. As and when this gaps will keep increasing, the chances of it coming down gets higher. It doesn't have to be, but generally it happens. Okay, now let us see the example of Dixon. Now see, since the stock did not have much history, now if you see over here again, we are still in the strategy number one only. In the monthly time frame, rest all the stock analysis is there. YT valuation is undervalued. We have relative strength, which is green. We have the strength of the bulls and bears, which is green. So what are we looking over here? The initial stage of the monthly time frame, all the black above each other and all the black above all the reds. Okay, and there is a gap which has been initiated. Now this is where we should be alerted. Okay, now what does that alert mean? Can you see this sideways over here in this areas? Okay, that's where we should be aiming our entries because the trend is strong. So what we do, we go on the weekly time frame and we still see that the trend is sideways and uh, the gap is still there. You can still go further down to get a crisp entry. Yes, see, now what happened? The stock gave a, we are here somewhere, a fabulous strong breakout of the trend somewhere here. Okay, with the volumes, relative strength green. Okay, so now if you would have taken a trade somewhere here about this and a stop loss here and you just shifted on the higher time frame, where the, yes, over here the trade was initiated and you see, yes, over here the stock went below the 20, the last EMA, but has not yet closed and it again went up. So even if at this stage the trade would have been calculated at say around 148% and the trade is still active. Okay, so this is how you can trade with a very simple strategy. Finding the initial breakouts on the higher time frame, gaps are new, and it's giving a pullback on a daily time frame or a weekly time frame, and again, again expanding, and then you can time your entries, which is very simple. Okay, now let us go to strategy number two. Now, in strategy number two, what are we looking? Okay, in strategy number two, what are we looking is on the higher time frame, again, monthly or weekly, sorry, monthly or 3 months. Okay, we want the stock from the top coming back down either to take support at the last red dot or black EMA or at the red EMA like this. Okay, and we want all the black EMA crossing above each other. Now, can you see this black EMA went inside? Let me find another stock which is a clear indication. Yeah, this is a uh, yeah, this is a clear one. Now, can you see this is a full bull trend and stock just came back and took a support at the red EMAs. Does it mean it's a weak stock? No. What happened in the stock is that if you see, notice on the monthly time frame, the stock went sideways and all the black EMA again went above other black EMAs. Okay, so what it is trying to do over here is nothing but on the higher time frame, that is monthly and weekly, just trying to do this areas. Okay, this areas. So what happens in such situation? On the higher time frame, we also see that yes, it is coming down over here. No, it's coming down, but no, it's not. It's just taken a pullback, strong pullback, and it is again trying to go and catch up the pace on the higher side of the previous trend. And what happens? As soon as you see the last EMA has crossed above the second last EMA and the trend is going back up, what we can do is just plot and trend line over here and identify a resistance that was a resistance or a small, you know, a box area. Okay, and go on the weekly time frame or a daily time frame. Can you see a gap has been created? This could be it could be our entry, and you just go on the weekly time frame. This again came down but did not close, and it's again trying to do what it's supposed to do. So this is how we can time it. Let me give you another stock example on the weekly time frame. Yes, here is a fantastic example. See, no, it did not go inside, so it's really very complicated. Uh, Let us see some FNO stock list. That's where you will see. It's taking me a little time, guys. Just give me 2 minutes so I can give you all a perfect example. That how do stock go back to the same trend and you can take advantage of that too. Since there are a lot of SEBI regulations, so I don't want to give you the latest example. Yeah. Now let us see the SIPLA. Okay, there's a fantastic trend on the higher time frame monthly, and if you see on the 3 monthly time frame, the trend is superbly going up. So on monthly, what happened? There was a small glitch, uh, in this areas, but it came and it took a support on the red EMAs. And if I zoom in a little bit, can you see? Again, all the black EMAs are above each other over here in this area. Okay, so what happened? It came down, went back in the same direction, and all the black EMAs are above all the red EMAs, telling us that there is a possibility there can be a trend reversal. So what it happened is it just went, I just click here and go down on the weekly time frame. Now see what happened on the weekly time frame. A fantastic, all the black EMAs went above all the red EMAs, and we have a superb gap over here. Okay, the aggressive traders somewhere must have taken a trade, say, about this candle, or some would have gone after this retrace and somewhere here. Okay, now if I just leave the trade after taking a trade over here in whichever direction, depending upon how well you were ready and analyzed on Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, now just see how the trade has gone. Yes, you would have exited over here. Okay, so as simple as that. Don't have to worry. Now, what happens? It could have been if this would have been a trade, it would have been an 8%. And if this would have your trade, this would have been nearly around your 34%. Okay. Now on the monthly time frame, again, if we are trying to see is that I'm just telling you is that again the first black EMA is again trying to cross. Okay. So we might have a trend line drawn over here like this. The 3 months is clearly telling us that yes, I am on the bullish direction. You go on weekly time frame. See, again, there is a downtrend. Again, it may go up. All the black EMAs above the red EMAs and the gap can be formed, and then you can identify to take the trade after the gap, or you may let it little bit retrace and then again go back, and then you may time the entry. Okay, so this is how we are supposed to see the stocks and uh, time our entries and try to take our trades. It's not that difficult. All we have to do is have a very sound mind, very open minded, because we will never have all the trades in our direction. And if you see that right now the markets are very volatile. I can give you example in like a currency, like if you see GBP USD. Okay, uh, GBP USD. Now, on the weekly time frame, see if I see all the blacks are above red EMA, the trend is up. What has happened? This trend line has been broken and we have a fabulous previous resistance breakout. And see on the daily time frame what happens. Okay, the stock went up, took the support over here and again up. You can easily time your trade somewhere here. Okay, you can go down to 1 hour if you want and see over here the same thing. All the black EMAs above the red EMAs. We have a fantastic gap over here. Okay, and this was the resistance. So GBP USD trade could have been somewhere here. And you just go on the higher time frame and wait for the stock, I mean the currency to for close like this below the last red EMA currently, which is it is going up, so you don't need to see it. Okay, so that's how you can trade, and lot of stocks, you can do a lot of currencies, you can do a lot of see over here also in Britannia. This indicator of YTAsystem is saying that is overvalued, but I'm just trying to explain to you is now see over here the stock was above, went down, took a support of last red EMA, and all the black EMAs went above all the green red EMAs. You just need to understand that you need to focus for the first time when all the black EMAs are above within their EMAs and above the red EMAs. Okay, and see how fabulous the trade has come out. See over here also, stock came down, black EMAs above all the black and red EMAs. You just create a trend line out here. This is a breakout, and you wish you went to the lower time frame and just see all the black EMAs above red. The stock again took a breakout, retraced back, and went back up. You could have just timed your entries somewhere here near around 3,800 areas and just let it go on the weekly time frame, and just see stock gave you an exit somewhere here first time. Okay, so this could have been somewhat your trade would have been given you around 22% and again gave you an entry after retest and going back. So this could have been your next trade of say this could have been almost minus 2%. Okay, this is a negative trade. So all the trades you may not win all the time, but that's how you should be able to identify good entry trades. Like uh, on the monthly time frame, like see over here when the stock came back down in this areas. Okay. On the lower time frame, it would show that the stock is falling down. Okay. The stock was not falling down. It came down. All the EMAs went above and gave a fantastic rally and exit over here. Okay. So that's how you should look at the trades and then higher the time frame. Like see, even this as a significance. Now, when I will see on the 3 monthly, this areas will also be somewhat on the 3 monthly like this, somewhere around this area. Okay, just because it is monthly time frame doesn't mean this is the new area. This can be the continuation on the 3 month time frame. So let us see and see exactly. The stock came down, all the three AMAs above each other, and all the black above each other, and all the black above all the reds. The gap has been formed. Okay, and stock came down, retrace, and went back. And if you see on the monthly time frame, this entry was around 1700 and such a fantastic rally on 3 monthly time. So you can always take an advantage of a higher time frame, and you can always be on the higher, on the upper side. I always request to a lot of my friends, please do not just analyze one time frame. You are then looking for the trouble. What will happen is that as soon as you see just one time frame, uh, of course it's going to be a blunder. Now see, this stock came down on the higher time frame. All the black EMAs are above each other and above the red. We just go on the lower time frame. See, it came down and we just have to wait for all the black goes above each other. And on the weekly time frame, you see, we have a nice trend line breakout, and we will have a nice resistance breakout. By the time when this resistance breakout will come, or it will take a retrace and go back, you will see a nice all black above reds, and there will be a gap. Okay, relative strength is already positive. We may see the power of the buyers coming in after it turns to green, and we have a fantastic YT valuation which is telling us that the stock is undervalued. So this is the pure patience game. You have to just sit on the higher time frame, find the stocks which have started a new rally somewhat here and enjoy this entire rally, or find a stock which has gone shoot up very high and trying to take support on the red EMAs. All the blacks are going back above each other, shift to daily or weekly time frame, and then let black go above red, let us retrace, retest it, again go back till that time. Relative strength has to be green, the power has to be green, and the YTA valuation has to be green. And that's how you can simply just enjoy the trading. Okay. See, on the monthly time, on this is 3 monthly time frame. Berger Paints is trying to take support at the 60. Now that's how we have to keep finding. See, on the monthly time frame, see, Axis Bank on the monthly time frame trying to take support at the green areas. There is a trend line breakout. Shift to weekly time frame. See, it's given a breakout that we have already thought. I have already marked the resistance. This is the support, and I'm still waiting for my relative strength to go green. This might happen, go up, may go sideways, come down, and then again swing high, and the rally again going back on the direction of the higher time frame. Let's see ICICI Bank. Yes, see ICICI Bank monthly is already 3 month, quarterly is already up. Uh, if you see here, we had one first 3 MA going inside, and then again we have a strong breakout, and all the black is above the red. Went to weekly time frame. See, we have all black again going above each other, and there is a small resistance out here, waiting for it to break, and then you may just take a trade. That's how we have to analyze, something like this over here. Can you see? Stock came back to test, gave a breakout, went to sideways, and just zoomed. The point is, in such kind of trading, you will not see results maybe in a day or two, maybe not in a week or two. It may take months. But if you are patient enough, trading good undervalued stock with relative strength and the powers of the bulls and bears, and waiting for your stock to pull back, and then again it's trying to go back to its own magnetic power trend, that is monthly and weekly, I'm very sure you're going to go do great. So I'm going very soon going to come out with a powerful dashboard which all this will be taken care in that, and I hope that you will enjoy it most. Now what I've done is, if you see, uh, I will just remove this, and I will just put my system. So open then an invite only stock, and if you see, when it uploads, I have to just do the same setting again. So I'm going to convert all the blues into red. I mean, sorry, black. I'm converting all into black. I'm doing everything for you all guys again, so that when you upload it, you all don't find it difficult to understand. And then let this be red, and you deselect all the EMAs below. Okay. And also deselect MACD and signal. Come to inputs and deselect item number 3 and 4. You can do this normal and put it on the middle left, and come down, and you can do this 3, and over here 6, and just press OK. Okay. And just save it as an, say, YTA system 2025, and just save it, and done. Simple as that. Now, Imagica World. Now, see Imagica World on the monthly time frame. We are going to slowly enter where the gap is going to start. Okay. There is a probability. I'm not saying anything, but there is a good chance, because the trend is up, because the market is going up and down near the see. This is the low that we have. Stock went up, made a low, went up, made a low, again went up, made a low. So what is happening? Every single low is higher than the previous lows. So what it is trying to say is, the trend is going up. I'm waiting for all the EMS to go above each other, gap getting formed, and on the weekly time frame, like if you see, I'm just going from 3 months to weekly time frame. All the blacks going above the reds. This is the resistance that I'm planning. That this is creating an issue. This is the support, and all the blacks will go above the reds till time. Relative strength is already green. The bulls and the bears will go green most probably, and we might see a good quarterly result, because it's a summertime and it's an amusement park. So students, kids have holidays in this kind of areas. And there is one more observation I can see is the stock has created a double bottom. Okay. And we may see after double bottom, the stock is making a swing of higher low. Okay. So these are all the observations that you can do sitting at home on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Take the notes, identify each and every stock, and by the time when my new dashboard will be ready, I will share with you with the explanation with such kind of videos. Thank you. Hope you like the YTA system explanation. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe it. It's you can get in touch with me for subscription on YTAschool at the rate gmail.com, and you will be added to my group where we share a lot of setup charts and a lot of knowledgeable discussions, and I'm very active in that group. But remember, there are no buy sell recommendations. This is a trend following stock. It can help you in what you're thinking, and even it can help you to wait or may not even entry, because we listen to a lot of people and there is a lot of jargon in the market. This is something that can help you to identify the trend and then take a call whether you want to trade or not with the help of this YTA System 2025 update. Thank you very much, guys. Bye for now. And if you have any question, you can always post below. I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye, guys.